It's right where I want it. Hey guys, how's it going? Went to a yard sale I went to a yard sale last week for you guys. It was actually today that I went to the yard sale. This is just a week later for you guys. This is a weed eater. Weed eater is what it's called. I think it's an MTD. I don't know exactly what it is, what brand it is. I think it's an MTD lawnmower, but I'm not too sure. It just goes by weed eater. Not a very bad machine. I don't know what the engine is on it. I think the engine is a Honda. Does it say on here? I don't see anything. At first I thought I saw Kawasaki, but then I kind of think it's a Honda by the way that it is set up. Right there. Honda did that. It does not say what it is anywhere on it. I don't think it's a weed eater engine. It looks like a Honda because Honda did that. And I wonder if I was to take this cover off, what would be underneath of it? Is there any cover underneath of that? Yeah, there is. We might just have to pop this. I think it's a Honda. I'm pretty sure that's what this engine is. I think it's a Honda, but I'm not too sure. I don't see anywhere on it what it says, but that does to me look like a Honda. So we're going to say it's a Honda, unless it says over here what it could be. It could be a Honda. It doesn't say over here either. I don't see anything about it. I'd have to look at it closer. I don't know what it is exactly, like I said. I know it's an MTD. Got it off of, I've actually bought things off of this guy before. The same guy that I bought we bought the Poland off of. My brother's riding lawnmower he has. The Poland, I know it's been on the channel before, about a year ago I want to say. We bought that off of him about a year or two ago. And he had this for sale. He was actually at another place. He wasn't at the place he lived. And he had this. He was just looking to get rid of it. And I guess he recognized me. I didn't quite recognize him until I got to talking to him a little bit. He had this sitting there. He wanted $11 for it, which I think it was $15, which I thought wasn't too bad. I ended up paying him the full price for it because I knew who he was. And I didn't think $15 was a bad price for it. The machine runs, however, I think it needs some carb work done to it. It'll run, but it'll die. I'm pretty sure that the carb is plugged up on it. So we're going to have to dig into it. We're going to have to find out, what's going on with it. I'll start it up for you guys here in a second, and we can listen to it. But yeah, let me put you guys in the stand and I will start it up and I will show you guys exactly what it's doing. Let's see if we can get this thing to start. I've got you guys leaning on the 316 right now. It did run. I did hear it run. I also found something out about it when we were standing there talking. I'll show you guys what I found. I don't remember how many times we primed it. I'm just going to prime it 7. Ready? I'll show you what it's doing. As you can see, something's definitely kind of funny about it. What exactly, I don't know. I don't know if it's got a rod knock to it, but as soon as it gets going, it clears right up. And there's also something else I found about it, which I will show you guys. Let's see if it'll start again. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's starving for gas, like I said. How much gas is in this thing right now? I had looked at it. It's got a full tank and it doesn't smell bad. It smells fairly fresh. Does it ever? There it goes. Let's pop that air filter off of it. And let's see how that looks. It's got an air filter in it, which is good. Oh. that needs replaced. So we're going to have to get an air filter for it. That doesn't look too bad. I might be able to just leave that one in there. No pre-filter in this one. I think this is a Honda. It just screams Honda to me. Unless it's some kind of Chinese knockoff of a Honda. I shouldn't have put that back on. I don't know. Let's see, where do we want to start with this thing? See if we can figure out what it is. Doesn't say anything on it about what it is. It looks so much like a Honda. Just because I'm going to pop this top cover off and we're going to find out if it says underneath of that top cover. Sometimes what they do on these cheaper mowers is underneath of this top cover they just put a top cover over it and they have what it is underneath. It looks like a Honda to me, but again, it might not be a Honda. It might be, really? It might be something else. One of these things is not like the other. Not that one. Really? Oh good. That's the smallest one I have. Is it really worth going into it this far to find out what the motor is? Might as well. I guess it's an MTD. That's what I'm thinking it is. It's an MTD. They have it branded though as a weed eater. I didn't know weed eater was a brand until I bought that leaf blower I have. Watch it just be underneath of here. There's nothing. It's just a blank piece of plastic or a blank flywheel shroud. That's all it is. RAT0-2. There's a number on it. I don't know what that is. Whether that's a model number for the head or if that's a model number for the motor. Oh, we're getting close. We're about to find out what this thing is. I got another one. I got another really cool old push mower you guys might like. It's looking at it right now, it's a really nice one. Oh, if only y'all knew. You'll see it, I promise. If I had to guess, it is a 22-inch according to that. If I had to guess, I would say this unit is probably from 2007, maybe 2008. I didn't see too much, don't worry. I'm going to take that off in order to get to it. There we go. Does it say? No. Plastic. I wonder what this motor is. Damn it, that kind of sucks. I was really hoping that it would say on it what it was. Oh well. I guess some things aren't meant to be. Oh well. Look, it kinda looks like a Honda in my opinion. It's got a pretty big fuel tank on it. Definitely a neat one. I think what the problem with this is, it probably sat with gas in it. The gas ended up going bad, and it had ethanol in it, and it probably plugged up all the fuel lines. And now, as you guys can see, it's just starting and dying. So it's not getting enough fuel to keep itself running, but it's getting enough when you prime it. That's kind of what my idea is. So we're going to have to dig into it and see what we can find. Leave me a comment down below, unless I figure out what this engine is and I've already told you guys. I'd like to know what this motor is. It really looks like a Honda to me. But once again, I don't know. OHV 550, 140cc. There was another mower that I had picked up, another cool one. It was an Aaron's. It was on the video, it was on the channel last week for you guys. One of the push mowers I picked up. Kind of a neat one, actually. All three hooks are in. Yeah. Quick. Cool. I think the next thing that I want to do, we know, well, I'm all I want. Not gonna help. Okay, that's no. Let me show you guys what I found. I want you guys to take a look at this blade, and I want you to tell me what's wrong with it. Red means high performance. That's not what I'm pointing out. Just take a good long look at this right here and tell me what is wrong with this blade. I'll give you a hint. It's upside down. This is supposed to be on the other side. Not a bad looking blade though. It's definitely nice and sharp. So I'm going to grab my tools. I think it's probably a 9/16 or 5/8. And I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to flip that blade around. Definitely a nice blade. I'm not letting that go with this. I'm not sure what this is hitting. Something is definitely, crank's definitely straight. I don't know what the knocking sound is that this has. Kind of unfortunate that it does that. I'm going to end up keeping this. I don't know what I'm going to put on here instead, but this is a nice blade. Way too nice to leave on here. Unless it's... Oh, I might have just found our problem. Yeah, that was upside down. It's supposed to be this way. All the paint. I think that's powder coat. All the paint is peeling off. That's definitely a nice blade though. It's definitely something I'm going to be stealing off of this. I think this is probably going to be one that I end up letting go and selling. Let's try that. gotta clean this deck out because there's a lot of shit under here. What do you guys see? There you go. Let me grab my putty knife. Let's see what we can uncover. Maybe we can find something. There we go. So, I think now what we need to do, oh my thing had just popped out, which shouldn't be that hard to put back in. There we go. All fixed. Another thing that we need to do is I'm probably just going to remove this piece right here, but the mount came off and it just kind of flops around in the breeze. I don't really think it needs it all that much. If I can find another one, you know, I'll more than happily put that back, but I don't really think it needs it all that much. So I'm just going to take that off. Let's see if we can figure out how to raise this deck. I'd like to, yeah, it was set kind of low. That's better. Let's bring it up some. Yeah, it seems like some of the cheaper ones. Does this not have a adjustment back here? Oh, I see. This side doesn't have a adjuster on it. Unless it's I see. It's missing. I think I just found why this is set low. It is missing a bolt on that side, causing it to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fight with that later. Maybe I'll fix that one off camera. That's not really a big deal. Let's go on ahead and check this guy, and I guess we'll take that carb off of there, and after we get that carb off there, we'll take it apart and we'll see what we can figure out. That goes to that. What would be the best place to remove that from? Probably from the there's the, what was that? Oh, what's what that was? Let's take this off of here. There we go. That's the breather. Pop this. If it wants to. There we go. Just pop that off. Oh, I didn't even see it had a clip on it. There's your primer. as you can see. So our fuel line doesn't look too bad. Let me grab a pair of vice grips and a pair of pliers. Let's get these. There we go. We'll clamp these onto here. That will stop our fuel from flowing. And then we can use our little pliers here to make this. This side. Oh well. Forward like that. Take that out. I can bring this back. Now after, come on, there you go. Now after we do that, that looks like a Honda style carburetor too. But again, I'm not sure. I think this is a Honda. I really have started to believe this is a Honda. Which there's nothing wrong with if it is. Man, come on. There we go. Hopefully that's just what was in the line and it's not leaking. There we go. Let's pop that off. Let's take this over to the bench, and after I do that, let's get it pulled apart and let's see what it needs. Let's go ahead and get this carb taken apart and let's see just what we can figure out with it. Oh, and I'm sure you all noticed, yes, I did get a new towel. The other one was starting to get kind of dirty. Please don't break, please don't break. There we go. And it needed washed, so I was getting kind of worried with that. It almost seemed like it was going to break off on me. Ooh, that didn't look good. Yeah, we got a pisser. There we go. Ooh, yeah, we got ethanol residue in that. Ooh, yeah. That's the problem. Look at that. Ew, that is disgusting. So yeah, we've got, you can even see it in my little towel there. We got some residue. So yeah. Ooh, yucky, yuck. That's going to definitely need to be cleaned out. That don't look too bad. Yeah. It doesn't look too bad, but I mean, you can tell that it has sat with fuel in it for a while. He did say, you know, it sat with gas in it for a little while, so I kind of expect this. There we go. Pop that up. It doesn't look too bad though. I mean, you know, what I expect. So I am going to pop that in the ultrasonic cleaner, and after I do that, I'm going to pull it out. Do I dare take this off? I'm just going to leave it on there. No. It must come off. I'm just going to leave it alone. Maybe it'll survive. Maybe I just won't put that bowl in there. Maybe while I'm thinking about it, I'll just leave that alone. I'm not going to stick this in there. Depending on... Yeah, that's just going to... I might just end up having to put this in there. I don't want to ruin this seal though, but unfortunately we just might have to. I haven't changed this water in a while, so I haven't used this in a while actually. Is there anything in here I need to take out? What did I see? Yeah, I don't see anything to I don't see any jets. I'm going to take this up front and blow it out with the compressor real fast. While I was sitting here, I was doing some looking at it. I took this up and I blew it out with the compressor. Inside of here there is a removable jet, so I want to see if I can, or at least I think it's removable. I want to see if it'll come out, which it seems like it is. That's good. And if it'll come out, you can check it. This is the main jet up in here. I think this is the, yeah, I think this is the main jet. I don't know if it, how far it'll travel. It might be all the way at the bottom. There it goes. Come on. Oh, there's two. Well, that looks clear. Blowing it out with the compressor probably helped too. It definitely looks clear. That looks good. I'm still going to run it regardless through here since I'm already warming this up. I may as well. We'll put those two jets in there like that. We'll set this. I'm still kind of hesitant on putting that in there. I would rather just take a Scotch-Brite and try to clean that out and save this. Let's just try it against my better judgment. Let's see what happens. Hopefully that'll clean up. Here is our float. Actually, pull that back out. Here's our float. Here's our little piece. This is our other thing. I don't know, there is no jet, but I'm going to put it in there anyway just in case it decides it wants to play. This is our needle and our float valve. Our needle valve and our float, which actually don't look too bad. We'll stick that in there. It floats. That's good. I'm going to run that for an hour, and then after an hour I will bring you all back, unless I can find something else to do. It is an hour later. Let's pull this guy out. I ended up getting that gasket off there, by the way. Didn't tear, which is good. Let me get this out of here and look at it. I had cleaned it a little bit. Oh, it cleaned itself up some. It looks a lot better than when I stuck it in there. I had cleaned it up a little after I had gotten it out and got that thing off of it. I wonder. Oh, look at that. I'll be right back. Took this over there and cleaned it up with that wire wheel. I would say it definitely did a real good job at cleaning this up inside of here, as you guys can see. I'm going to take this, I'm going to wash it out, and then I'm going to blow it out with the air compressor, and after that we'll put it back together. Took it up front and I cleaned it up real good. Here is the carb, or cleaned it up. Man, what's it called? I air compressored it. Let's take that. I'm going to shove a Q-tip in there, and I'm going to play with it for a little bit, and I'm going to clean that out. You didn't know this, if you take a Q-tip, dump it, soak it in something, stick it in here, you can clean these out. Sometimes it depends on how tight they are, I guess. Why wouldn't that? just kind of broke. That one might be a little too tight. That better come out. There we go. That did clean it up a little bit inside of there, but not nearly how I want. So we're going to do the right thing and shove this side in. Or at least try to, which it won't go in. Or maybe it did, I just didn't realize it. Doing that, it kind of cleans the inside of that up. I think buffing, that's what it is. You can see it looks a lot better than it, you can't really see it. It looks a lot better than it did. Damn it, I wish that they would hold up better than they are. Oh, well. They're probably too long for what I'm trying to do. Let's cut this in half. There we go. We'll use this half over here. It's probably in better shape. Ready? Of course. Yeah, this one's kind of small, so it might not want to. Oh well, that definitely looks better than it did. So I'm just going to go on ahead and assume that it's fine. Let's go on ahead and put our. We'll stick our jet back in there. Yeah, I know which way it goes. Don't worry, I'm not going to put it in upside down. I'm just kind of looking through them both to make sure they both look good and happy. But yeah, definitely cleaned up real nice compared to how it was. There it goes. I was going to say, it didn't seem like it went in all the way. There we go. Cool. So now we throw these two things, or we throw this one in here, like so. There we go. There we go. I don't want to over tighten that. Well, that's going to leak, judging by that. I probably shouldn't have put this screw in there. Nah, that's going to leak. Maybe we can get away. No, we can't. We can't get away with it. Do I have an O-ring in here? It'll fit? No. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get away with this. We kind of screwed up when we stuck this in the ultrasonic. I mean, we might be able to stick it in the freezer and shrink it. Just tighten that. That should be good enough. Hopefully it doesn't leak. I don't guarantee it. That's in. Now we got to put the float and the needle in. Needle doesn't look bad. It looks okay. I'm not gonna complain about it, you know. Yeah, it looks alright. We'll stick it in. We know it ran, so I mean it shouldn't be too bad to get it put the rest of the way together. Stick this all back in and hopefully it'll start up and run, and if it does, then that's good. There you go. There we go. Cool. So we'll stick our nicely cleaned float bowl on after we put our gasket in. Oh shit. There we go. Good. I was kind of worried. We want this to face, I'm going to face it that way. The drain, that way it can drain if it has to. I'm not going to tighten this a whole lot. I'm just going to, it's tight right there. Let's throw this onto the mower, and after we throw this carb back onto the mower, we will try and start it and see how it does. I'm just going to throw it on. I'm not going to record it. You guys should know how to put a carb back onto a mower. If you don't, just put it back. Just watch this video backwards. Okay? Okay. Got that carb put back on there. Let's go on ahead and try this little guy out and see what he does. If he runs more than 5 seconds or longer than it did before, I'll be happy. I didn't end up changing the gas. It still has the same gas in it that it did. I don't know. I don't know how the gas was that was in it. It just kind of, it had gas in it, so I'm not too worried about it. Definitely going to have to fix this. Ready? Let's see what it does. Maybe it'll run for a good long while instead of how long it did earlier. Okay. Yeah, I think the gas or the gum, I think how gummy that was definitely took a toll on it. I think I'm going to put this outside and I'm going to let it run for a while. It ran really good. Just put a bungee rope around the what's it called bar that kills it. And I'm just going to let it sit there and run for a while until it runs out of gas. After that, I'll put new gas in it. And after I put new gas in it, we'll fire it back up and we'll see how it does. Actually, I should check the oil while I'm thinking about it. That is the one thing I have not done. But it ran really good once it got going. I don't know why it took so long to... Well, it looks good and clean. I mean, that's definitely not too bad. That looks really clean. Let's check. There's oil in it, I can promise you that. How much, I don't know. But yeah, it ran real good. This probably isn't going to be one that I keep, but it's going to... That's full. That's good. This one's probably going to end up being sold. But we'll see. We'll see what I decide on this one. So I'm going to put it outside like I said, and I'm going to let it sit there and run for a little while. Oh! I also noticed it didn't knock after I flipped that blade around. So yeah, that's good. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to put it outside, and I'm going to let it run for a while. It's kind of dark out. I would start it up and run it, but it's dark outside, so we'll just go on ahead and we'll put it outside and I'll let it run for a while. Maybe tomorrow I'll find something to mow with it. So yeah. would say that did alright. There's some buried rocks in there. I thought I was up high enough to avoid them, but apparently not. I ended up getting the top ones. I usually mow that. Well, I usually have my mowers and my garden tractors that have mower decks on them. I usually have them set up at 3 inches to try and avoid those rocks. And I guess with this one not being able to be adjusted, I can't really do that with it. So yeah. I guess the next thing to do is to wash it. And after we do that, I think it's the end of the video. I would say that just upped the value of it a little bit. Well guys, I want to thank all you for watching today's video. I hope this was something you guys were interested in. I know this was just kind of a basic little push mower. We really didn't do a whole lot with it. We did some stuff, but not really a lot. This was just kind of one of those. It was in a yard sale. I thought it was neat. I could easily flip this around if I wanted to make some money off of it. So I picked it up and I figured why the hell not make a video on it since I already made a video on 2 others. I think this is a Honda. It's either a Honda or a Honda ripoff from China. They seem to like to rip people off. I think it's an MTD again. I'm not quite sure on this one. I think it's an MTD. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If this is your first time checking out my channel, please consider hitting that like button on the video as well as subscribing. Doesn't cost you guys a thing. It tells YouTube that people like my videos and they like my channel and they want to see me make more videos. Also leaving me a comment down below and liking the video tells me that you guys like what I'm doing and you want to see more. So with that being said, guys, I want to thank all you for watching. The mower, unfortunately, well, back there where we were mowing, there was some rock. I usually mow that back there at 3 inches. I usually mow that at 3 inches. My yard I mow at 3 inches. And this I can't really adjust the height on. And judging by how low it's sitting, I want to say it's mowing at about 2 inches or 1 inches. See, that's usually where I mow at, right there. That's about 3 inches. You guys probably can't see it too well. Look at this one. This one's set at 1. 1.5. Or I don't think it's 1.5. I think it's more around 2, maybe 1, maybe 2. So yeah. And the rocks, there was rocks put back there at some point in time for a driveway that used to go back through there. It doesn't go back there anymore. I need to go back there sometime and spray that and find out where it is and keep it sprayed so that way I can find it and know where it is. But I don't think it goes very far. I think it just kind of goes back a little bit because that was a muddy spot. It was a dirt driveway originally. It went back to a cow pen back here. And somebody at some point put rock down for it to help, I guess, not get stuck. Because I have gotten stuck back here on some other parts of that trail. I went down it just to find out where it went. I've been down it quite a few times. I kind of like going back here and looking at the cows. So yeah, with that being said, I want to thank all you for watching. And I will see all of you in the next video. I think that's going to be it. Take care. Bye.